So tonight is very surprising. Well, for me anyway, because I had no idea, actually, in effect. The global giant WWE NXT going up against AEW's own runner up Dynamite. I do plan to follow up, of course, like last time, of course. I mean, if you were there when it comes to YouTube side of things, but I do plan to follow up after, when it comes to the ratings after this very night. But yeah, one more battle between NXT and Dynamite. They do battle yet again tonight. And just so y'all know, yeah, I'm not going to be paying too much to the matches, just more of like the atmosphere, the characters. Like how you do with like theater, like a movie. Like, yeah, more so that. As I said like numerous times that, focus too much on the matches, so we need to pay attention to what really matters, and that's the entertainment. So I did make sure I checked out when Triple H's and Shawn's State of the Union. They basically recreated their 97 when they first created DX back in 97, and they started the Attitude Era. Oh boy. Yeah, I did just check that out because that looked like that was hours ago. But yeah, they basically recreated their when the original run of DX back in 97, and it was like a parody of when Bill Clinton did that whole like State of the Dress, like basically like when he had that whole affair thing going on with Malinsky and basically cheating on his wife. Hillary, well, yeah, pretty much. And oh man, it was like watching two dads trying to, because they also like talk, they also like, I don't know, like basically trying to like make references or like trying to be aware that they know of like today's trends, like such words as like, low key and like based. And, just like shit like that. I was like, bit cringy. And also just, oh man, it's all just like kind of like a watered down version of what they originally created. But I mean, I guess, okay. I mean, you need something for the kids of today, I guess. But man, it does bring a tear to my eye to see that. Like, they old as fuck. You had Jey Uso and Trick Williams start the show. Them pretty much doing what they did. Remember that episode with Cena and Taker? And I guess, yeah, they're pretty much going to have like, like some of the main roster, I guess. Some mains from the main roster, Raw and SmackDown come on to NXT tonight. And, they basically, yeah, I mean, in their bag. They are already set and ready to go, basically. And, yeah, Trick Williams and Jey Uso, yeah, pretty much, I guess, to get the show started. Yeah, which why, of course, like Jey Uso, who isn't one of the most over talents over today, with just his signature move. And pretty much, yeah, him and Trick, oh yeah, both of them too, because Trick gets a lot of noise for Whip That Trick too. So yeah, I mean, it was great. I like to see that, yeah, because yeah, probably like two of them, especially that had like pretty much probably the only ones I can know like off the top that pretty much are probably like the only ones that get their like signature names like or like catchphrases touted out and really chanted among the crowd. And yeah, like I definitely like to see that. And among two guys that definitely are full of that a crowd, an audience would like they always love to see. We got the two no charisma bitches right here. Yeah, I understand too, because I've always been paying attention. Like I mentioned before, also with the main talent coming from the main roster, because you also had like Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, with Kalani Jordan teaming up with her, basically, I guess, against a faction called the Fatal. I think JC started her own faction, JC Jane. It was called like the Fatal Aura. The Fatal Endurance, or yeah, I have no idea, but yeah, I haven't been a little bit paying attention to NXT lately, but yeah, there you had that. But this whole thing, this is basically I guess it's going to be a Fatal 4-Way with Stephanie Vakora, Gulia, and Cora Jade and Roxanne. Yeah, pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised, judging from what we just witnessed. But yeah, like, man, I do not care for these zero fucking personality vacuums like Stephanie Blackcure and Gulia. If you don't entertain me, if I don't feel not just a bit ounce of anything in my body, I don't give a fuck what they've done and where they come from and how like delusionally iconic that that the IWC might think they are. So but yeah, like I said, you had that whole like right there, and yeah, I could care less when it comes to. Like I said, the only reason I will give a fucking paying attention to is if they, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, yeah, you two, can you entertain me, amuse me? Oh, you can't. You just flip and dive and all that other corny ass shit. Okay, but so AEW just had came on. We get straight into a segment promo between Bryan and Moxley. All right, as I watch Brody, massacre and brutally beats Darby Allin, but at this very moment. But okay, so this is going to be a little bit difficult right here, because last time it was, oh my gosh, it was a fucking chore. But this time I think I can try to at least, because Dynamite just came on at 9 o'clock. I don't know if it's just an hour or 2 hours. They probably just started at 9. But yeah, as Dynamite just came on. But it's pretty between Moxley and Bryan. This is pretty much. I mean, and this, I feel like, because I really do want to see this. I do like this. This is pretty much the breaking up. Them breaking up. Black Combat Cool Club is over basically, and Moxley wants that. He wants that world championship from Bryan. He wants to maim and be victorious over Bryan. He's letting Bryan know that this it's just gotta happen. This just has to happen. And even though I don't like Moxley these days, I was more of a when he was the loot. I mean, he could have had, even though he could have had a better character. I would agree back when he was with WWE, but I was more of the lunatic fringe type of guy when it came to his character. But yeah, I mean, he does have a few gems, I will admit, and I feel like oh man, I feel like if it was in the right hands, this would be pretty much like CM Punk and Drew. Oh my gosh, but I definitely see the potential between Bryan and Moxley, but I mean it's an AEW. We're gonna get what we're gonna get with Tony Khan. Yeah, and that's a bit of a ball buster, because this, like I said, this could be really, really good, bro. And seeing as like basically, an icon, Bryan, and you got a veteran in the making with Moxley. Oh, like yeah, I mean I felt like it was a pretty good promo. I felt like, even though, yeah, it was pretty good. And Bryan basically nabbing back at. He basically, telling to, because I guess Claudio basically betrayed him too. And he was like, yeah, I've been there, supported you, I've been there all for you, and then you basically you turn your back on me, and you throw me to the wolves like this. Is basically that type of story that we're getting here. And I do, yeah. I mean, I would definitely dig this but I mean, it's an AEW, so I'm going to take what I can get. But I definitely, like I said, man, this is one of those where I definitely want to pay attention, and of course the match might. We already know how the match might turn out, but I definitely feel like this story would be, if we had the right people behind it, this would be much more bigger than it could be. Just make sure when you look at the title. Yeah, I love, I had to put a question mark. That question mark really, definitely fits right here. When you have Battle of the Midget Lovers. And why I say that is because, I mean, Tony really doesn't have the balls to go up against WWE. Oh, he wants the privilege just to be able to say, hey, look at me. Look at me, guys. I'm going up against Triple H and WWE. I'm beating W. Tony Khan, Tony Khan is nothing but a parasitical, puny, coke sniffing cock muncher. Really, just to say you can say that you went up against WWD. I really just say WWE. Well, you see how scared this man is? But and actually, pretending as if that he wants to make, especially his cuckolds, his cult of cucks. He wants to so hardly make them believe that that he always has a one up against this big, this evil giant Disney media conglomerate. Oh, it's just so laughable, like how just how pathetic too and hypocritical AEW has been over these past 5 years that they have also been alive. Nonsense. But I will mention the fact, even though you probably go to you'll know, but and pretty much myself that I'm both shows kind of not feeling it, but I still will say that, I mean, at least WWE is somewhat trying to, I guess Triple H too, Triple H also too, because he tries. At least they're trying to still be hip, still be within appeal or, somewhat to the mainstream. To be able to have to appeal to have that entertainment and that, you see it with Sexy Red here tonight, and among other things. AEW has Daniel fucking Garcia. Are you serious? Really? As if anybody wants to see Daniel Garcia. NXT is about to, they're pretty much about to go off the air, and because they end at 10 o'clock. So I definitely will be back here by the time, you'll see a time jump. So that should, by the time that probably, I believe that AEW has their hour. You see me in pitch black right now, but trust me, you don't even know what I'm doing right now. But to be honest, I didn't really, pretty much just like last time. I mean, you already kind of know, some of y'all, that have been, you kind of already know my stance when it comes to, modern professional wrestling, modern day wrestling, and then my little care for it. But if I can say that, as far as I guess, I would definitely say NXT was the better show all around. Of course, I mean, that has the more widespread appeal, the mainstream entertainment value, at least trying to get you the bit of engaged into their product, unlike AEW, which has a little child running it. So, I said I'm through. I'm not trying to risk my life when it in spite of AEW. Trust me, I value the moments that I have. But I'm pretty much done, and I'm not wasting the time that I have left over AEW. But it would have been much more fun if they were actually going head to head, NXT and Dynamite. But Tony Khan, he just wants to be able to have the privilege to say that he went up against WWE. But guess it was fun tonight. I will be seeing y'all back later when it comes to after the ratings, the aftermath, things among that nature.